Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl here, Lemon, back here on I Am a Lemon channel. Welcome. If you're new or returning, thank you for being here. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you know when a new video will be released. Okay, leave a comment below sharing how this video has resonated for you. This is going to be the Jupiter and Taurus message for Taurus energy. So anywhere you have Taurus in your chart, this message is for you. Okay, so let's get into it. All right, personally, if you would like this is a general reading, so if you would like a personal reading and see how this would affect you personally, or if you're looking for a personal astrologer to help you every month, you can go ahead and find the information to that. Will be listed in the description box below. All right, so let's get started. I'm using the Oracle of the Radiant Sun deck to do an 11th or 12-month spread, starting with next month, ending with May of next year, okay? So we have June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. I'm gonna have to move this up here. And May. All right, overall energy at the bottom, adaptability. Yes. Now with Jupiter and Uranus both being in Taurus, I definitely would encourage anywhere you have a Taurus placement to be open to being adaptable to the changes that can actually be occurring at this time. Because Jupiter is a benefic planet more than a malefic planet, whatever is coming your way is to be of a blessing to you or a gift to you that is going to help you elevate in some form or fashion. It'll allow you to have more resources than you would normally have, or it's going to open a door to expand the resources that you've been working with, okay? So starting off in June, we have indecision. Okay, so I could definitely see this as you may be going back and forth about relationships, because it is Libra energy, Venus in Libra as well. And Venus is a sort of a ruler for Taurus, even though I feel like where we live now is more of a Taurus ruler because we just live off of everything. And it just keeps giving and giving and giving until it, you know, Mother Nature does her thing, right? But Venus in Libra, here you got two sides or a decision about what you want to do with your resources that could kind of make you feel like you're being torn in half. That could be like you having to choose between two job offers, you having to choose between two places to live, you choosing between two lovers, you choosing between, you know, accepting some type of offer from someone that can move you ahead, but it's going to take you out of your comfort zone. Okay, so June could be the month where you start to see the elevation and the changes that are taking place with this Jupiter transit, but it's still at the same time leaving you kind of torn because you've been so comfortable, or you already had ideals set up in place to pull you, not pull you, but to be ready for you to show up like along your journey. And now Jupiter is giving you some type of abilities or gifts or blessings, however you want to put it, to where now you have to kind of like go off course from what you were initially comfortable with and do something very unexpected. Okay, so looking at July, we have more Libra energy. We have Mercury in Libra here again in July. So this to me is showing that you have made a decision. You have chose to do something. And there may be a lot of people that may be against what you feel or how you think things should go for you personally. There may be people trying to talk you in and out of the decision you've already made. Just know that you will have someone there to support you in whatever decision that you choose to make, whether it's just that one person who's for you and everyone else is against you. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that, you know, you feel balanced. You are the one that's being the main influencer in your life, because this Jupiter and Taurus transit is going to affect you personally, especially if you have Taurus in your first house or a Sun in Taurus. This is going to affect you way more especially your personality. I can also see you being an influencer or helping someone else out, being that supportive person for someone else as well. And a lot of people may be feeling like you shouldn't support them, or you should just cut them off, or whatever your decision may be, since you were indecisive in June moving into July. Just know that you are the person who influences your mind to make decisions on how you want them to go. Okay, this is where being a little stubborn may actually come in handy for you, as long as you're in flow and in alignment with the situation or the person that's presenting itself. Move forward, okay? Continue to go forward. There's going to be a lot of temptation to kind of retreat and go backward to what you feel is most comfortable, but it's not going to allow you to expand in the gifts that Jupiter has for you. So just keep moving forward. Now we have August here. We have Moon in Capricorn, practicality. Yes. So this is basically you making a most or the best out of the decision you chose to make. There will be some hard laboring work involved here come August. So you may have made a decision to, you know, work on something with someone, or maybe move in with someone, or someone moves in with you, or you just up and move and change locations completely. You could be moving to another state. But it's time for you to expand in who you are and get to know different parts of yourself. And that can feel like it takes a lot of work, because now you have to tap into places inside that you haven't really used in a long time, or it could be you learning new things about yourself that, you know, you would have never thought in a million years you would have had to do or to learn. This could also be you learning a new career path, or taking a new career path that you haven't done before. So it is going to require you. I feel like most of the practicality in this work that you're going to have to do towards energy has a lot to do with your attitude. Maintaining a positive attitude through all of the opposition or all the hard work, the labor that is going to take for you to feel comfortable or settle in this position, no matter what the situation is right now. Having a positive attitude, continuously finding yourself, you know, affirming, praying that what it is that you're working towards, or the decision that you chose to make, it is for the greater good, okay? It's not going to be easy. August may not be very easy, but in the end, it's going to be worth it. And that's what you should be more focused on, is on the fact that it's going to be worth the decision that you made. Okay, September, we have Venus again here with Gemini, flattery. Okay, so yeah, I could definitely see a lot of people talking or having more to offer you or to bring to the table with you at this time come September, because of all the hard work you've done. That people are noticing that, you know, you made it through whatever trial or tribulation that you were going through that had you in somewhat of a strain. But like the bottom, adaptability with the Gemini energy, here we have the flattery. Okay, and this is a lot of communication. This is a lot of talking. This could be you feeling like, you know, you made a decision to, you know, in June, to step away from a relationship because you found out that they were not as committed as you, or you may just feel like, you know, you guys are going on two different paths and it was hard for you to get over, but now you're ready to get back on the dating scene. You're ready to get out there and start communicating and flirting again with other people, after giving yourself some time to try to heal. And you know, we can't possibly heal all of our wounds in one day or in 1 month. So giving yourself a little leeway to go out and still try to have fun. The summer in August is not quite over yet if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. So still go outside, still, you know, show that, you know, you still got a little life left. I do see this too, if this is related to career, that come August, you may have more offers, you may have more clients. You can definitely have more networking opportunities coming forth, people wanting to work with you, or you just allowing yourself to go out there and communicate with people who are in the same arena, genre, or career path as you, and you guys are networking to put something else together. Because July was a lot of work that had to get done, and for you to stay consistent. So now everyone's going to talk about that and spread the message. This could also be a lot of gossip as well, so be on the lookout for that. Do not be involved in any gossip. I can tell you right now, it never ends pretty. Try to stay away from the gossip, but definitely put yourself out there. Be more communicative about what it is that you want, even if that's you writing it down, talking to yourself while you're out and about, while you're driving. Okay, there could be a lot of events going on around this month, a lot of birthdays, a lot of celebrations, anniversaries going on during the month of August. That's going to cause you to be in situations where you'll have to be more communicative, more social, okay, than normal. This is also a good month that if you wanted to change, especially by the end of the month, if there's any, you know, physical changes you wanted to make to yourself, whether it's to work out more or to change your hair, start wearing a certain type of makeup, or just, you know, change your look up, that would be a good time to do that, because you would definitely get a lot of compliments from the changes that you make around this time, because you've been it seemed like you kind of put it off. You may have tried to put off something to please other people, but the month of August, I could tell like you're not going to really care. You're just going to be very honest with yourself and just be truthful and say, hey, this is what I've always wanted to do, and just do it. So looking at October, right? No, September. Because that was August, June, July, August, September, October. We have risk here with September. September. September SEPTA actually does equate to the number 7, okay? But 7 is also somehow connected with, you know, Saturn. But we got Saturn in Aries here, risk, all right, with the number 1 at the top. Okay, so September can have a lot to do with you trying something out new for the first time. Like I was saying, especially if you're looking to change your look up, especially with exercising, doing something that requires you to balance out your mood or balance out your hormones, getting your body together, a lot of exercising. I could also see this month requiring you to be a lot more calm, checking your attitude, not letting, you know, other people influence you to be angry or not, especially coming from the last month where there's a lot of talking. So I do see September being a month where you may have to learn how to control your anger and not get too upset. There might be a lot of frustrations around you trying to get things done so that they can work out for the greater good, especially if you have children or an Aries in your life. They may require a little bit more discipline. That could be a lot more frustrating as well with Saturn being here. But definitely be sure to manage your anger, okay, with this energy in September, because it'll be very easy for you to kind of fly off the handle, and then you have to suffer the very harsh consequences later, where you may lose a lot of the good that you've been working on, especially if it has anything to do with the hard labor that you put in come July. So yeah, be very careful about the words that you use and you say in September, because I feel like someone is going to try to, there might be some type of attack, or someone may try to tempt you to, or bait you into being angry, but it's better off that you just, you know, allow yourself to keep space between you and that person. I can also see this having to do with what's going on earlier in this cycle with, it could be a third party or another person on the outside of whatever was going on in this relationship that could be coming back around in September. So this person could actually, that you may separate yourself from, or these groups of people you may be separating yourself from, this relationship may come back around, and it may irritate you or upset you that they're even trying to come back in after what happened with them either leaving you behind in the dust or just talking very crazy to you and being very disrespectful. They may come back and try to apologize, and that can very much upset you. Still show grace. Still be generous, still be loving. That doesn't mean that even though you forgive them that you have to accept them back, okay? Allow them to continue to go learn whatever lesson they need to learn from the situation, as you've already chosen to heal and learn from your own lesson as well. So looking at October, we have the sun in Cancer, okay? Resourcefulness, all right? So October, should you choose to walk away from, you know, being very hot-headed or angry or just lashing out at someone. Here's a bird right here that looks just like this bird on this card. Okay. Should you choose to continue to, you know, be the bigger person in the situation and not give into the bait You can definitely come into a lot of resources. If, however, you make the mistake of kind of going off on someone, especially if they're a person of authority, it could be like a mother or someone of authority, someone who has authority and control over something. If you end up getting into a bad argument and you going off or disrespect them in any kind of way as a way to defend yourself from this person, you could actually lose some of the resources that were coming to you. Okay, so be very careful with how you talk to people, how you treat them, the words that you use. Be very mindful that even though there's a 8 billion people in the world, they're still a small world. Okay, so but October, it could definitely be a good month for you to receive more resources, or you can actually take a look at the resources you do have and figure out more ways on how you can expand them. By this time, Jupiter will be retrograde. Okay, so any of the work that you've done with Jupiter moving forward, you can definitely bet your bottom dollar you will be able to be more resourceful, find ways to cut some corners, especially when it comes to money, figuring out how to stretch that dollar, how to make the most of your time. That's going to be very, very, very important, is to make sure you make the best of your time, and so you can get the most job or the most work done. Okay, November, we have intuition. Okay, Mercury in Cancer. So we got 2 Cancer energies back to back, 2 4s. Okay, so you're definitely building something October and November with these 2 4s here back to back. So what could be October, what could the resources that you may need to do your best to work with and not spend all of your money in one spot, not throw all of your time into one thing or put all your eggs into one basket, but literally take a long view at what it is you're trying to actually do with the resources that you have. What do you see your life like in the next 5 to 10, 20 years? Like, doing a little bit more deeper thinking in that would automatically put you in November in the state of mind where intuitively you'll know exactly what to do because you've already planned out how, you want to use your resources moving forward. I can also see this, you coming into contact with a lot of people who will help you expand on whatever ideas that you have for yourself. This Cancer energy is mothering energy as well. So again, with this mother energy starting in September, okay, there could definitely be some resources for you as a mother that may be coming through, and how you want to take care and develop your children. It could definitely be money, or it could be a new home as well, especially if you're making a decision to move somewhere and working on figuring out how that's going to actually happen. Again, if it's what you truly want to do in your heart of hearts, if that's something you intend and desire to do for, especially for a while now, Jupiter is going to make sure you get it, but you just got to continue to do the work, okay? Because Saturn is not going to let you off the hook, all right? So moving into December, we have Venus in Virgo here with the number 6. Yes, so now we're going to give birth to what you've been building. Come December, you're going to have a lot of signs of change and transformations that are taking place with these butterflies. A lot of growth is going to be taking place. You're going to see things actually moving in the right direction from the work that you did here in July, as well as the ability to have more control over your emotions and not letting them get the best of you, learning how to do better with the resources you have inside and on the outside, and intuitively letting your higher self guide you to the right opportunities that's going to help you to expand on whatever it is that you're trying to build long term. Okay, Taurus is the energy that is about long term, having the blueprint to know that this is going to last a long time, and also being okay with the losses that may be taken during this time period, because and especially when it comes to this Venus and Virgo card, you're going to have to start making some hard decisions when it comes to what you will and what you will not take on moving into the future. There may have been a lot of resources or a lot of people or a lot of ideas that came to you that's just not going to fit in exactly the path that you're walking. It doesn't mean that it was bad or that person was bad, or, that home wasn't up to par. It could just mean that whatever it is that you're actually working on, you're going to may have to make decisions to see, does it align or does it not align? okay? Because you're going to get a lot of feedback from whatever you put out into the universe. So stay focused on what it is you're trying to give birth to, because it's going to happen just the way you make it, okay? So yeah, you have these 2 months to actually build your conscious awareness and then build your mind to actually process, like, this is actually possible, this can really happen for me. And then the next month becomes the month where it's like, okay, now I'm starting to see, you know, what I chose to be consciously aware of, what I chose to consciously intend to speak into my reality, to communicate with other people, is actually starting to become, you know, part of my life now. And now I can choose, you know, from just head on, like, no, that's not going to work for me long term. Yes, this will work perfectly for me long term. So October, November, December, we got January here. We got Jupiter in Aquarius. Okay, so something brand new will be taking place. There's a new doorway you're going to be walking into. Okay, we have the Ox here, establishing new life, new knowledge, new information coming in. You may be showing someone or teaching someone how to do something. I could definitely see this as an, because this is also Jupiter as well. So a lot of the experiences that you've had in the past regarding you building these resources and using your intuition, after all the hard work you've done, you're going to be able to share this with someone else or a group of people. I could also see you finding a certain tribe or a group of people, because whatever idea you've been working on, it has no choice but to continue to expand, because that's what Jupiter is here to do, right? It's here to continue to help you expand. So with this innovation, here is you, again, further practicalizing what it is that you've chosen to do. So now you've got to the point where you're able to, you know, discern, yes, this will work, no, this will work. It's continuing to move forward. And now it's going to manifest itself as you have a whole team of people who are down to help you to continue to grow. Okay, this could be also you know, making new friends, new associates. If this is a new job opportunity that you're taking on, it may have been hard at first because you feel very alone. But then you make one friend, and then you discern that some people are for you or not for you. And this is the opportunity where you get to, you know, go out and, you know, travel and meet other people and network with those in the same genre as you or genre adjacent as you. I also see this too as you really getting an opportunity to see yourself in a totally different light, because you made such a big leap in progress from where you started off in June, where you were kind of split, not knowing how this is going to actually work out for you, to you actually seeing it, knowing that it's going to work out for you. Okay, you don't have to second guess this person or the situation or this career or whatever path you're chosen for yourself. You can actually be more comfortable with the newness that you're receiving from this decision, because if you would have never chose to stick with your guns and say no to those things or those people that would actually taken you off course or been a distraction for you. So you had to maintain your own identity. You had to stand on your own feet. You couldn't allow other people to talk or to maneuver or distract you and get you off course. You had to remain strong and true to you and what you know to be, you know, real for you, in order for you to manifest something brand new into your life. Okay, I could also see this as you having the news that you're pregnant, or that, you know, again, whatever project that you're working on or building on is finally coming to fruition, and now you have a team, and it's not just you and one other person. Okay, this is something that's going to be pretty big. Okay, this is from you starting from, you know, whether or not you can actually pull it off like a small party, to you not allowing your head to get too big, because you still got a lot of growing to do, but you choose to say, you know what, I'm further in my career now. You know, this is how I see myself in the next 10, 20, 30 years. For me and my family, I want to make sure we're taken care of very well, even if I got to do all the work on, you know, my own with, you know, whatever team that God has planned for me. And then boom, now you're in a situation where, you know, you're no longer planning small parties. You know, now you have a whole production team with, you know, an assistant and, you know, you're being, you know, all over the, you know, internet, or you're going viral, like things of that nature. Like, it's going to blow up and expand, which is going to further push you forward. Okay, so February, wait, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. This is February. June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. Okay, I have my months off, but I'm still maintaining what the fuck I said. Okay, so this is February. Yes, of course, it's February, Aquarius season. Okay, yeah. So, and this is a square month too. This is a square energy. So it is going to be challenging for you to branch out into another, you know, new territory, but because of all the networks and all the connections that you're going to make and all the assets you'll gain, it'll actually be worth it. Like now you can see beyond from where you started. Okay, so March, we're looking at Mercury, Virgo, caution. Okay, so for me, I instantly picking up, be very careful about, again, yep, who you let into your circle. Be very wise about your health. Make sure you're doing whatever you can to maintain your health, especially as well as in October moving forward. Make sure you take care of yourself. I want to say make sure you eat things from, you know, ground food, potatoes, beets, things that grow underground is going to help you sustain your energy moving forward in March. If you don't feel very well, make sure you find a way to make like stew or soup with things that grow from the ground and greenery. Making sure you eat more things that grow from earth and less processed foods. That's going to help you. Should you get sick or someone in your environment get sick, that you have to nurture back to health, you may need to, you know, make sure you take a beat and slow down to appreciate all the work you've done in the last year. Okay, I can definitely see that being in March too. Making sure you take the opportunity to slow down and take a breath. Make sure you do a check-in and make sure you're nurturing yourself properly. Make sure you get enough rest. Okay, because I feel like the month before is going to kind of send you into like somewhat of a whirlwind where you may have a lot of people around you more than normal. You may be meeting with more people, talking to more people, emailing, texting, on the internet a lot more. Okay, so March might be a month where you may want to take a beat and just, you know, kind of disconnect, go quiet, maybe a small vacation or some type of getaway. I can definitely see that for March. April, we have Mars in Cancer Quirrell. Okay, so this could definitely be something going on in your home or with your family that, you know, especially with this blockage, I could definitely see someone asking more of you than you're able to give at the time. They may feel otherwise because you put in so much work into this one thing. They want to know why you can't, you know, do this with other things. And, you know, don't create an argument if there isn't one. Learning how to state exactly what you think and how you feel without it becoming trying to be the one that's combative or trying to control the situation is going to be key. You can't control the other person, but if you need space from this family member or whoever they are, allow yourself to take that time. Maybe you have to tell that person, you know, I can't do this right now because I'm in, you know, a space right now where I need to take a break. I need to heal. I need to, you know, slow down just a little bit. And the universe is not going to, you know, continue to push you through things that you know you can't handle. It's going to force you to slow down. So I could also see this being the reverse, where you're getting the signals the month before to slow down and go at a smaller pace, because you had all this momentum going, working on this project and it growing and growing and growing, that you want to keep up the pace. But, you know, the universe may have other plans for you and it may need you to slow down, which can cause you to maybe be at home more and therefore maybe have a lot of more quarrels with your family members that you're not trying to really have. But it just may happen just because you're there more often than where you were before, or you're more present. You may try to figure out what happened between, you know, when you first started out and how you got here. Don't blame yourself at all, especially if you end up getting married to someone and you have to plan a wedding and you finally get it. And then it's like now you're back to somewhat of a reality where, you know, that big event isn't a part of your life anymore. And now you have to really look at your family and say, okay, you know, I know it was a lot going on. We had a lot of changes. We had to move. We joined families, or we moved homes. We moved states. You know, mommy had to open a new business, or daddy had to buy a new car, so I was working real hard, I was focused, but now I'm here and I'm available, you know, for, you know, your other family members who may need you. And, you know, allow them to have their feelings, allow them to express that to you, you know, because they may be angry that they feel like you didn't give them enough, you know, time or attention, or maybe you didn't put enough effort that they feel like they deserve. And then it doesn't mean or speak lesser of you and the work that you did do. It just means that, you know, they just need a little bit more, you know, of an ear or attention, okay? And you don't have to respond with negativity or anger. You know, allowing them to express themselves usually what allows people to kind of calm down because they feel hurt. So May, we have Mars and Scorpio revenge. Okay, so I can also see this too as your family coming to you with a problem because they feel like you weren't listening or you didn't hear them, or maybe something you just skipped over and you felt like it would take care of itself, but it really needs your attention. So now you can stand up with by the time Jupiter will be at the tail end of Taurus going into Gemini. So you'll be giving more attention to your children if you have children, or you'll be giving more attention to, you know, what's something new that you can learn, you know, to show people that, hey, I took a break, but it's still not over yet. You know what I'm saying? I had to give myself a little rest, but it's still not over yet. I had to, you know, take a vacation and get my mind right, but it's still not over yet. Okay, whatever you started out and finished last year, this month of May, the next year, you actually have enough determination, enough energy to go harder on whatever it is that you started out doing. So don't give up on yourself, especially if it has something to do with body transformation or any type of transformation that you're making in your life. You will, you know, progress. You will proceed greatly. I just ask or admonish or suggest to just be very cautious with your ego, not letting your ego get the best of you. Being more open to listening, as well as being a little bit more protective over yourself and your peace. Okay, a lot of people will notice that you are coming up and you are being more blessed than usual. So you're going to have more people, especially, you know, in the month of September, looking to be blessed by you. They're going to look for more, you know, of your time, of your resources. So you have to be the person. And they're going to talk very, you know, slick and lovingly to you. Just be aware of that and just know that, you know, you'll be the one taking a risk, and you better make sure that risk is worth it, because you, following up that, you're going to have to, you know, go through where there may be a stoppage on some of the resources that you had, and you have to learn how to stretch it. So think ahead, plan ahead as much as possible. And also, while you're planning ahead on how you can stretch what you have currently, also plan ahead on what you plan to do with that stretch and how it's going to be multiplied in the future. All right, so that's what I have for Taurus energy. Thank you so much for tuning into this message. I hope it finds you well. And until next time.